Vancouver's 67th all-time meeting between these two teams. Tonight's starting goaltenders brought to you by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Justin Peters, victorious in Nashville last week, gets the start for Carolina, and we cataloged Eddie Lack in the Open tonight. This is his first start at home. He did defeat Carolina on December 1st with 29 saves in that one. The officials tonight. That's the veteran, Dave Jackson, working with Gislan Hebert, Brian Mock, and Thor Nelson on the line. Sit back and enjoy this one from Vancouver. Ryan Kesler and Eric Stahl, the opening faceoff. Eric Stahl flanked by Tuomo Ruutu and Jeff Skinner. Icing called here against Vancouver right away.
And good for Jeff Skinner, as we just spoke about, the first star of the week. A guy that was drafted a few picks ahead of him. Taylor Hall was another star of the week that we'll see tomorrow night. Roberto Luongo rounded out the top three, but that guy was number one with those 6 points.
Vancouver has won 4 in a row. They were victorious last night here against Colorado, 3-1. Carolina has won 3 in a row. Victorious on Friday night in Raleigh, 5-3 over San Jose. Eric given the boot, now Tuomo Ruutu against Ryan Kesler. And Kesler was outstanding in the first meeting between these two teams.
Through and through.
Now Kesler in control. Little wedge, not out. Now brought out by Kesler. Sekera had it, lost it. Vancouver on the transition. Ryan Kesler now will get it deep. Andre Sekera coming back for Carolina. Hard around it goes, held in by Dan Hamhuis and steered along by Justin Peters. Ryan Kesler taken off it by Justin Falk, and the captain now out to center ice. Here's Nathan Gerbe right on the target where it's swallowed by Eddie Lack. Let's take a look, Trip, at tonight's Storm Tracker.
Well, I had to take score first off because the Hurricanes didn't score first against San Jose, and they won. 5-on-5 hockey. Vancouver has a very hot power play, so let's play this thing even strength. The back of both nets. Vancouver in beating Colorado, very good behind the attacking net. Carolina has been as well. And another strong third period. If you could duplicate the one against the Sharks, you're rocking.
The line we cataloged in the Open is out there now. Jordan Stahl, Nathan Gerbe, and Elias Lindholm. Take a look at the Rex Express Care injuries and scratches at the top of your screen. Rex Healthcare is chosen for excellence. Out to center ice, Ryan Murphy in control, and he'll feather it all the way back in Vancouver ice. Kevin Bieksa hard pressed on the forecheck, loose along the wall for Daniel Sedin. Pinching down on him was Ryan Murphy. Daniel now sends it back in his own zone. Ryan Stanton along the boards. Yannick Hansen is pressured here by Ron Hainsey. Jordan Stahl with Gerbe at his side off the stick of young Stanton. It stays in play, and Elias Lindholm with 3 points Friday takes over. He's met by Henrik Sedin, and now Hansen out to center ice. Daniel had it poked off his stick. He got it back, and he'll glide it all the way back in the Carolina zone.
The Canucks ended up getting it out, but that's why this line was so good on Friday. They always had a second man.
Here's Riley Nash, forked wide by Yuri Tlusty. Eddie Lack comes back and recovers. Outstanding scoring chance for Yuri Tlusty.
What a job of coming up the ice quickly by Carolina. That's usually what Vancouver does so well. Excellent play. I think that's Dwyer off of the Murphy headman pass that draws a couple of Canuck players right to Nash. This is everything but in the net. Would have been easier if Tlusty was a right, not a left shot.
So a new line here for Kirk Muller. This is Nash, Dwyer, and Tlusty. Jay Harrison and Tim Gleason on defense. Brad Richardson taking the draw here for John Tortorella's team. He wins it back. Jason Garrison has been red hot. He's riding a 4-game point streak. Paired on defense with former Hurricane Andrew Alberts. Alberts along the boards. David Booth muscled by Gleason. And it comes back out to center ice. Garrison now will wipe it deep. In the trapezoid, Carolina's Justin Peters. Top of your screen, corralled by Yuri Tlusty. He was hit by Zach Kassian. And now hinging ahead is Gleason. Patrick Dwyer will go off a line change and get it deep.
Full building, but quiet building to start this hockey game. Maybe because it's an unfamiliar Eastern Conference opponent.
No, from the reports, it was quiet in here last night, too, with Colorado here. And we'll see John Tortorella, who's navigating his way through his first season in Vancouver.
I love him, but he's not quiet.
No.
And what he's done, I think, really well in this 4-game winning streak is he finds a way to keep his players. He supports them, but keeps them on edge. For instance, giving up a third-period lead Friday to Phoenix, a team they're battling for playoff positioning with, and saying you can't give up that point even though they won the game.
Out to center ice. Zach Kassian, no quarter given at the line by Ron Hainsey. And Jeremy Welsh, who's in the lineup tonight, former Hurricane, was offside. With a Canes win tonight, all Caniacs win. Get 50% off your entire menu price online order at participating Papa John's the day after a Canes win. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
That was the ideal, taking time and space away. Ron Hainsey did it. Instead of sitting back, caused the offsides.
Ron Hainsey paired on defense with the rookie Ryan Murphy. Hainsey now starts from his own zone, out to center ice. On the wall, Radek Dvorak, he'll get it deep. Getting to it now and snapping it along from the defense that time was Ryan Stanton. Comes all the way back, Justin Falk in control. Falk now holding onto it. Vancouver peeling back towards the center zone, awaiting Carolina. Here's Kevin Westgard from dead center, caught by Eddie Lack, and the young Swede now puts it on a tee for Ryan Stanton.
I wonder, part of the scouting report, Lack maybe getting a jump on wrapped around pucks. That's a second fake on the net.
It appears that way. Now Chris Higgins had a great game last night. 2 assists. It goes deep. Down the boards, Dan Hamhuis out in front, nullified by Andrej Sekera. And a tight turn by Justin Falk. Played along the boards by Higgins, and it glances off him and goes out of play.
Hainsey's a veteran. Let's take a look at this play. See, a lot of players would sit back, give you the line. No. Don Cassian, not necessarily the most skilled player, more of an energy type forward. Take away that time and space. Beautiful.
Vancouver 7-5-3 here at home. Carolina 6-6-1 away from Raleigh. Tomorrow night we're in Edmonton, Canes and Oilers. You can see it right here. Chris Tanev now will get it deep. In back of Justin Peters. Justin Falk going down. Tuomo Ruutu to the stickless Sekera. Santorelli. Oh, Peters got a piece of it. Mike Santorelli had 2 last night. Now Higgins. Dan Hamhuis holding onto it. Point to point. Chris Tanev walking. Shooting one. They score! Chris Tanev finds a hole early, and Vancouver has a 1-0 lead.
Clearly, Ruutu had no idea that Andrej Sekera had broken his stick. Had Sekera still had his stick, this puck probably would have come out cleanly. Let's watch here and watch the stick break. How does it break? Yeah, nothing that Vancouver did. You wonder when you see a stick break in 2 like that if there's a slash. Now you see Sekera in front. No stick, and Vancouver was patient to try to take advantage. And Chris Tanev, with Alex Edler out of the lineup, he's been the guy that has been able to take advantage of the minutes and opportunity there with the first goal.
Christopher Tanev will get his 2nd goal of the season. Nathan Gerbe out in front as Lindholm was bumped that time by Jason Garrison. Now Vancouver wheeling from their own zone in the person of Jannik Hansen. At the Carolina line, his shot deflects wide off Harrison. Daniel Sedin back to the point. Bieksa this way for Garrison. Inside it goes for Henrik. Now Hansen holding onto it. Off the backside of the net. The puck lay loose. Gleason gets to it. Now Jordan for Elias Lindholm, and Carolina gets it out to center. Nathan Gerbe defended by 3 Canucks. They circle back, and Henrik Sedin now looks for his brother. Broken up at the line by Jay Harrison.
That was a good low play there from Jordan Staal on an important shift after giving up a goal on the road, helping the defense and making a good tape-to-tape outlet pass.
Dan Hamhuis and Chris Higgins get the assist on the goal by Chris Tanev at 3:35. David Booth checked by Jay Harrison. Yuri Tlusty for Carolina. Out to the center zone. Getting to it here is Tim Gleason. Albert's closing in on him. It comes all the way back, as we see, in Vancouver ice. David Booth along the boards, checked by Riley Nash. Free to an open corner. Albert's coming back. He's pressured by Tlusty. A pinch by Murphy. Vancouver now from the boards. Cassian out to center. Here they come. On the attack. It's Cassian going wide. Now they cut. Here's David Booth holding onto it. The trailer, Brad Richardson to the outside. Richardson all the way back looking for Ryan Stanton. Nullified by Riley Nash. He'll get it deep.
Excellent read from Nash. His parents are here tonight. He's from about 3.5 hours east of here in Kamloops, British Columbia.
They were all in the hotel today when we got back from the morning skate. Now, Justin Peters turns aside that shot taken by Dale Weiss out to center ice. A steal, and turning it back was Radek Dvorak. Harrison, a spring pass on and off the stick of Kevin Westgard. Overskated by Zach Dolpe. Brought along here by Jeremy Welsh. 2 former Hurricanes on this line for John Tortorella. Jay Harrison at the point over the stick of Jason Garrison. It'll come all the way back. Icing is called here against Carolina. We'll see the goal one more time.
Well, look at Ruutu. He positions himself very, very well. I would think he'd be able to look and see that Sekera is without his stick. but he isn't able to take a glance. If Andre has the lumber or whatever you call it these days, it's probably out cleanly and it's a good play. But that's where a team takes advantage of. At that point, Sekera has a stick, but the key time he didn't was on the route 2 feed.
Off the face-off win by Manny Malhotra. It's played here by Gleason on the boards for Westgarth. The little chip, and you see it come all the way back in the Canucks zone. The goal scorer, Chris Tanev, in control. They'll lead out to center ice. Wiped along and getting it deep, Mike Santorelli. Ryan Kessler goes barreling into Andre Sekera. Dan Hamhuis takes a hit from route 2, and now Chris Higgins winds it out in front. Sekera, good stick ahead of Santorelli, and Carolina escapes harm.
That's a good read, and it shows that Sekera can immediately put a tough shift behind him early.
Carolina now goes to work in the Vancouver zone, route 2. Low to high, Justin Falk. Point to point now, Sekera. His shot blocked in front. The rebound is loose. Skinner tied up by Ryan Kessler. Chris Higgins now turns it over to Skinner. He dances, going down with a block that time. Dan Hamhuis. Now it's gained here by Tuomo Ruutu off a skate. Mike Santorelli. Little tight turn, optioning away for Hamhuis and back out.
A heck of a play there from Hamhuis. Skinner was just about around him. And when I say Sekera, a tough shift, it was more of a tough break. But Skinner maybe would have thought to shoot that puck, but he was just about in the clear.
Just over 7 minutes gone in period 1. Shots are even 3 apiece. Where it counts, Vancouver by 1. Nathan Gerbe caught by Eddie Lack. And we have a stoppage of play. 12:52 left to go in this first period. Christopher Tanev from the point has the goal in Vancouver. The early lead.
Back in British Columbia, it's 1-0 Canucks. Manny Malhotra spent 3 seasons with Vancouver. This is his first time playing back at Rogers Arena. Coach Muller has been so impressed with the addition of number 22. That brings us to tonight's Geico quote. Coach says he's been great. He stepped in and just done the little things. Manny's been above 60% in the faceoff circle almost every single game. He's been such a great mentor for the younger players and has been a great role model on and off the ice. And they actually just showed Manny on the video board in the crowd, even though it's been quiet for the start of the game, was on his feet, giving a round of applause for Manny Malhotra. John and Tripp.
The guys would certainly love to take 2 points and a win for Manny en route to Alberta, with the impact he's made in such a short period of time.
And no doubt about that. John Tripp and Chantel with you as always. Rogers Arena tonight here in Vancouver. Edmonton tomorrow, Calgary on Thursday. Out in front, the pass from Daniel Sedin broken up by Nathan Gerbe, and away go the Hurricanes out to center. Elias Lindholm, the 19-year-old, on the gallop. He'll pressure Jannik Hansen. Top of your screen, it's Daniel away from Riley Nash, and away go the Canucks. Ryan Stanton. For Henrik Sedin, over the line, they cross. Hansen in control. Good stick by Ron Hainsey. Glanced off the boards by Ryan Murphy and back.
Heck of a recovery there from Hainsey as Murphy stepped up. And Hainsey makes that read and executes moving across with no hesitation. Let's take a look at it. You know, this is a seasoned veteran helping a young guy out. And if he at all has a passive nature to his read or his move across, that play doesn't happen.
Riley Nash flanked by Yuri Talusti and Patrick Dwyer. Saw a great look at Brad Richardson getting low and winning that face-off back. Jason Garrison, nice pinch by Sekera. The Canucks try to clear that out. Talusti, inside it goes. Just out of the reach of Pat Dwyer. Andrew Alberts now along the boards. Spent the 09-10 season basically with the Hurricanes, traded late in the year. Now Falk goes across for Andre Sekera. Inside and deep. Alberts never saw it. Dwyer did. Malhotra along the boards inside for Pat Dwyer. Dwyer grinding for Carolina. The pass picked off by David Booth and back out to the center zone.
Good shift there. Good cycle. Again, good second man.
Stretch pass, open ice on a change. Booth with a shot swallowed by Justin Peters. Coors Light, Cold Hard Facts, installment number 1 tonight. Manny Malhotra is the centerpiece of this as you take a look at face-off winning percentage this season.
Well, the Hurricanes have really benefited from the noticeable possession of the puck since he arrived, but it's been contagious as well. The 2 stalls, as well as Riley Nash, have gotten better in the circle as well.
They were way down at the bottom in October and way up at the top in November with the addition of Manny Malhotra. Out of the corner now, Eric Stahl. Checked by Ryan Kessler. Glove down by Tim Gleason, away for Jeff Skinner. And back out to the neutral zone. Here's the captain. Points in 11 of his last 12. Stahl gets it deep. Chris Tanev getting back to it for the Canucks. On the tape of Kessler, he heard the footsteps approaching quickly. It was Tuomo Ruutu.
I thought Tuomo was going to absolutely tattoo him. It would have been legal. The puck was there, and we've seen Ruutu deliver some beautiful hits of late.
Mike Santorelli over the line. Hamhuis is wide open. Here he is. He misses the target. Now Jordan Stahl underneath it and out. Jordan in control. 3 back for Vancouver. They cross on side. Stahl to the outside. Holding onto it. He'll work Daniel Sedin. Leave it there for Jeff Skinner. Skinner back out in front. His shot fought off by Lack. Loose out in the slot. Tapped back to the point. Justin Falk goes deep. Elias Lindholm met by Chris Tanev along with Henrik Sedin. Sedin now tries to clear it along the boards. Tanev will. Here's Daniel. And out come the brothers. Henrik slides it out to center after taking a hit from Nathan Gerbe.
Lack there did a nice job on the bar, the short side, of taking away everything with his size high.
Here's Lindholm, a drop pass. Unattainable for Andrej Sekera. Here come the Canucks. You're looking at Daniel Sedin. Now Ryan Stanton with a shot blocked by Manny Malhotra. And it's carried out here by Nathan Gerbe. Through center ice, he was tugged by Henrik Sedin and will get the game's first penalty. We'll tell you about it when we come back. It looks like Carolina will be on the power play. 1-0. Vancouver.
At Rogers Arena, it's 1-0 Canucks. I'm with Coach Dave Lewis. Why is it going to be so important to utilize speed against this Vancouver Canucks team?
Well, this is their 3rd game in 4 nights, and, we haven't played in this time zone for a long time, so getting our legs, getting everybody into it's really important, and now we have a big power play, so hopefully we can capitalize on that.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
This is why I expect, as Henrik Sedin guilty of holding Nathan Gerbe, the Hurricanes to get better as the game goes along, and that's why the 3rd period is one of the game keys.
Kane power play number 27, number 14 on the road. Vancouver number 1 in terms of penalty killing, and they are number 4 at home. Carolina had 6 power plays on December 1st in Raleigh against Vancouver and did not score with it.
The Hurricanes didn't have much in the way of power plays against San Jose in that rousing victory, but their 5-on-3 in the 3rd period against Nashville was one of their better power plays for not scoring in recent memory.
Now Tuomo Ruutu getting it from Andrej Sekera, dumped in by Justin Falk, hammered by Chris Tanev, not out, sealed off by Eric. Eric Stahl in the corner, checked by Chris Tanev. Tanev gets back up, a loose puck as we see. Skinner's in control. Swinging it this way for Falk, holding onto it, looking for a shooting lane. Justin Falk now. Andrej Sekera calmly back to the point. From the boards, it's Jeff Skinner off the stick of Ryan Kessler, and it pops out.
See, that was a good sign. Stahl fought for the puck, but then he got the support from Skinner.
Skinner over the line, thinks about a shot, thinks twice. Sekera, he'll shoot it. Caught by Eddie Lack. If the Canes score on this Duke Energy power play, Caniacs who say the winning phrase receive a free Bowberry biscuit from participating Bojangles restaurants tomorrow morning. Bojangles, it's bow time.
Oh, boy, the Hurricanes on power plays doing a much better job of fighting to get possession of the puck before they worry about their power play plays. That was something that was lacking. No pun intended.
I was just, you read my mind. You read my mind on that one. It comes all the way back, and that's very easy to do. Now,
no,
indeed,
it's not.
Yes, it is. Now Brad Richardson holding onto it out of the corner, muscled a bit. He'll turn it back. Elias Lindholm gave it away. Santorelli, he'll walk it. Mike Santorelli holding onto it now. Along the boards, he's double-teamed. Jordan Stahl sneaking back, and Carolina starts again with 40 seconds left in the power play. Jordan through the middle, over the line. Lindholm at his side. He'll pull up, shadowed by Daniel Sedin. Gerbe, now Ron Hainsey. Nathan Gerbe for Carolina looking for a tip. None available, and Hainsey with a keep. He'll roll it in, picked off by Kevin Bieksa. Gathered in by Carolina's Ryan Murphy. He's checked by Daniel Sedin. Here's Ron Hainsey. He'll walk the line. This way for Gerbe. Nathan Gerbe holding onto it. A spring pass there, picked off by Ryan Kessler. Here they come. Daniel Sedin fights off Gerbe. Walks in, kicks it back to his stick, swings it on Peters. 2 saves by him. Hamhuis a 3rd and a 4th. Dan Hamhuis had the 4th opportunity, and Peters had them all. Now moving up is Henrik. His shot stopped by Justin Peters.
You can see why John Tortorella, one of the first things he said when he became the coach was that the Sedins are going to start killing penalties. Well, one of the Sedins is in the box, but Daniel wasn't. and he helps to create the race up the ice. See how strong he is, just warding off Gerby. Murphy did the best he could to tie up Kessler, and Peters makes two big-time saves coming across, primarily on Hamhuis, that we will remember if the Hurricanes get themselves back into this game.
4 quality chances in one sequence. Now, Jannik Hansen along the boards and deep. Henrik in back of the goal. Daniel, paddle down for Peters. He'll cover, and a penalty is called on the way through.
Can you see why behind the net is one of the keys? How many times has Vancouver been able to use the back of the net here in this opening period for chances or drawing penalties in this case? And Jay Harrison guilty of the slash. Let's watch 44 coming back. I mean, that's just beautiful synergy of using the back of the net by the two Sedins. Of course, they have a little thing called chemistry that only Twins have.
They are number 25 with their power play, 26th at home. Carolina 21st on the kill, number 20 on the road. First power play tonight for Vancouver. Already with a 1-0 lead, Andrej Sekera. Wedged off the faceoff by Henrik Sedin. All the way back for Jason Garrison. His shot off the blocker of Justin Peters. Fed along by Daniel. Moved by Kessler. Now Henrik. Ryan Kessler skate to stick. Back to the point. Garrison. Backhand dish for Ryan Kessler. Holding onto it. He'll wheel it along the boards. Vacated point position. Dan Hamhuis had crept in. So Vancouver recoils back. Goes off the stick of Patrick Dwyer. Peters leaves it for Justin Falk, and they kill time.
Mel Halter actually battled Kessler to win the initial faceoff. The Canucks kept the puck in, and Kessler gave Manny a bit of a shot. No love lost between two teammates.
5 shorties on the road for Carolina. Leading the NHL, Kessler. Peppered on the way through. He went down in a collision with Jordan Staal and Tim Gleason. Now Daniel. Daniel holding onto it this way. Converting to forehand. Hamhuis. Punched by Garrison wide. Top of your screen, it's Henrik. Henrik Sedin holding onto it. The Canuck captain drawing away from Gleason. Daniel inside for Kessler now. Henrik. Back it goes for Jason Garrison. This way for Hamhuis. He'll wheel all the way down. Garrison again. Henrik top of the ring holding onto it looking for Daniel. Daniel has control. See the time left in the power play. Garrison a tip off of Peters. Kessler had the tip out in front. Hamhuis holding onto it. Now Daniel on the flank. Henrik. Up top it's Garrison. His shot tipped again, and Carolina gets it out. Patrick Dwyer kills time.
Ron Hainsey grew up a Whaler fan, and he's had a whale of a first period. I wonder if he has tricks up his sleeve from playing for Winnipeg and dealing with all the travel when you present a game like this.
And just inside the blue line, canceled by Justin Falk. Out to play it ahead of that goal line, Eddie Lack. Tanev turns it over to Eric Staal. Harrison is up and ready. He's back in 5 seconds. Over the line now. Jannik Hansen goes deep. On the gallop is Mike Santorelli. Kevin Bieksa down the boards for Vancouver. Harrison's out of the box. In the corner, Falk on Bieksa. Justin Falk in control. Nathan Gerby. It's a hold of one and sets up Andrej Sekera. Carolina now will wind it back out. 2 shots on the power play for the Canucks. Through the center zone and in is Eric Staal. Staal goes to work on Zach Kassian. He'll pull up along the boards. Tied up by young Kassian. The puck is loose. Talusi with a shot. Stopped by Eddie Lack. And no further play. 5:01 left to go in first period play here at Rogers Arena. And the Canucks have a 1-goal lead. Harrison addresses it. His shot. They score! Front there's Jordan. He was tied up. Stalock had it. He lost it. Jordan Staal. Andrej Sekera pulls up a tip. They score! Steal by Eric Staal. It's over. A 4-goal explosion Friday night in Raleigh against the team that leads the Pacific Division.
I mean, it's just a confidence-building win. And you look at Carolina, they have a chance to go even against the Western Conference with a win here tonight. And you think about where they could be if they didn't have those shootout losses to Chicago, Minnesota, the Los Angeles Kings. I mean, they could have a real good record against the West.
Over the line now, Bieksa Richardson with a shot, partially sealed off by Justin Peters. Now Kassian and Hamhuis looking for a screen from Ruutu, but he got a block twice, and now Carolina will get it out. Ryan Murphy, drop pass. They cross the line offside, and we get a stoppage. Elias Lindholm had the big game Friday night against San Jose. He is our Moe's Southwest Grill. Hey, what do you say? Queso player tonight. Should he score a goal, all Caniacs receive a free side of Moe's famous queso and hot fresh chips tomorrow at any Triangle locale.
After giving up the early goal, the silent wrister through traffic to Tanev, Justin Peters has made some really good side-to-side stops.
12 shots for Vancouver, 6 taken by Carolina. Vancouver is 10-4-2 against the East this season. Jeremy Welsh moving up. Welsh is defended by Carolina's Tim Gleason. They battle along the boards. It's dug out. Jordan gave it away, though. Dale Weiss out in front. And missing the tip was Zach Dolpe. Carolina back out to center ice. You're looking at Elias Lindholm taken off the puck by Ryan Stanton. Now a loose puck controlled by Nathan Gerbe. He'll pull up. Little spin on Jeremy Welsh. Back to the point. Gleason looking for a tip, knocked down by Ryan Stanton out of the corner. Stanton with a blind clear, but for him lucky it comes back out to center. Jay Harrison now holding onto it. Manny Malhotra, last 3 seasons as a Vancouver Canuck. It goes deep, out of the corner. Was high in the air, deflected out of play. And we get a stoppage here with 3:42 left in period 1.
Well, one thing about being out west here is you see all the early games through and through. And here, Jordan Staal, that's a second chance. Ruutu had one earlier where you could deliver a good, clean, message-sending body check on Kessler. But I wonder, after seeing what happened in Boston on Saturday night, if players, they all watch. We were here in time to watch that game. If that enters their mind, because 2 chances to really, really hit Kessler cleanly.
Only they would know. Malhotra now on the faceoff, 1 back. Jason Garrison forechecked by Yuri Talusti. Sekera stolen by Yannick Hansen. It's a 2-on-1, and it's the Twins. This is Daniel holding. Henrik can't handle the pass. He gets it back off a body, off Sekera. Still fought for. Hansen has it. Andrew Alberts has room. Here it comes off a body, blocked by Manny Malhotra. Getting to it is Pat Dwyer. Out to center for Talusti, and away they go. Little cross-corner dump in. Malhotra ahead of Alberts. Now Jason Garrison.
Now the Hurricanes, as I continue to think, will get better in the second and third periods. They can't get themselves in a bad spot because of odd man rushes against. These are the types of mental mistakes that could kill them, and they've dodged a few bullets here. Sekera's caught. So Falk's back. I think Falk makes a heck of a play. And the surprise effect makes the pass very difficult. He makes it a saucer pass from Daniel to Henrik. It's on the skate, can't handle it, runs out of real estate, so good for Justin.
And the saucer pass where you elevate the puck and it has to land flat, that's the low percentage play forced by Falk. Now, Eric Staal with a shot again, caught by Eddie Lack deep in his net. We're going to face off of the Vancouver zone.
He's let the play come to him, and I talked to him this morning, a couple things. He said his first favorite goaltender, he's from an hour north of Stockholm, was Tommy Salo. And don't get confused by the first name, he's a Swede. And then he loved Patrick Roy, and then as everybody else in the country became a big fan of Henrik Lundqvist. He says he's heard all about Elias Lindholm from his friends in Gävle, where Lindholm won a championship.
Gerbe now with a quick hitter off the draw. It deflects high. It stays in play. Ryan Kessler out to center for Chris Higgins, who has 3 assists in his last 2. This is Jordan Staal moving up on Ryan Stanton, who started the season with Chicago. Now Gerbe holding onto it. Inside and deep for Jordan. Jordan fronted a bit by Stanton. He stays with it. Jordan Staal tries to make it happen. Still as they grind a cycle up top for Sekera. His shot caught by Lack.
And Lindholm was right there looking for a rebound. Let's take a look here at the behind-the-net play that, boy, the Sedins in particular work with regularity. You'd like to be able to work from the inside out and never allow the positioning. But if you can, you have to make sure you don't vacate the front of the net, because that's what they want you to do. Unless it's a bad bounce bank, and the player obviously can't score from behind the net, but you'd like to be able to deny it in the first place.
John Tortorella's team, 3 games in 4 nights. Friday night, they were not happy with how they won in overtime here against Phoenix, but turned that around last night against Colorado.
Played a real thorough game against Patrick Roy's Colorado Avalanche. And they've got a couple more games in this homestand against Edmonton and Boston. They've had trouble at home until recently.
They will play here Friday night against Edmonton. Boston is following Carolina around the province of Alberta. Jerome McGinley goes back to Calgary tomorrow night. Carolina's in Edmonton. You can see it right here, starting with Hurricanes live at 9 Eastern. As Harrison's shot is blocked. And then Boston will be playing in Edmonton on Thursday night and here on the weekend.
And Jack Frost has an abode in both Edmonton and Calgary right now.
Oh, Lord.
You bet.
Yes.
It's not that cold where the Lord lives.
I hope you have the equipment needed for what we're about to endure the next few days. It is sub-zero by a bunch. They cross the line, they'll get it deep. Along the boards now. In control, Riley Nash out to center ice. In control, it's Talusti. Over the line in the zone, the trailer Harrison. Easy stop for Eddie Lack. Riley Nash now takes a hit from Alberts. Puck battle in back of the goal. Richardson hit bumped that time by Riley Nash. The Canucks can't clear. It's Hainsey. His shot swallowed again by Eddie Lack.
20 there. Riley Nash has had a very good period. He's been with Hainsey. I think perhaps Carolina's two best players. Mention it's a homecoming. Boy, Nash has something in his nostril, which usually tells you that maybe he got clipped in the nasal area earlier in the period. Look at him. Centerman comes underneath the puck. Quick pass in transition to Talusti. Harrison jumps in on the rush, and Lack just controls the rebound very well. Then he gets in on a board battle. That tells you the toughness he's fighting through.
You can see that. Riley Nash coming off 2 strong games. Game-winning goal, Nashville on Thursday night. Tying goal situation made it 2-2 with his goal on the redirect, the shot taken by Jay Harrison on Friday.
Well, you like the consistency. And speaking of consistency, Malhotra is going to use the backhand here to try to win it to Dvorak or Hainsey.
Opposed by Henrik. Murphy double clutches, holds onto it. One-timer Dvorak glancing wide, getting to it, top of your screen. Ron Hainsey, Malhotra. Now it's turned along for Murphy. Ryan Murphy down the boards on Daniel. Holding on to that puck. Ryan Murphy forced up top. They brought it in offside. Kevin Westgarth will tag up and play will continue.
Good move there from Westgarth to win the faceoff back to the point and immediately go to the net.
60 seconds left in period 1. Lurking is Jannik Hansen. Hansen up top. Swung by Bieksa off the bodies off Ryan Murphy in front of Justin Peters. At the point, Bieksa nullified by Malhotra and back out. Take a look at the shots here in period 1. At the line, it's Kevin Bieksa. The Canucks cross offside. Hey, college football fans, don't miss the season finale of SEC Gridiron Live. Join James Bates, Tim Couch, Elizabeth Morrow, and Ovi Mohaley as they recap all the drama and surprises on SEC Gridiron Live Wednesday night at 10 on Fox Sports South.
Oh, so many absolutely awesome things in Skinner's game, but one thing, make sure a couple occasions late in the period where you want to get out 1-0 or better to get that puck out.
Justin Falk now in control, broken up by Chris Higgins. Inside for Mike Santorelli. He ties up Andrej Sekera. 28 seconds left in the period. Higgins now, good work by him, right out in front through the goal crease. Getting to it is Ryan Kessler. He's taken down by Sekera from behind, and he'll go.
You could tell no intent from Sekera whatsoever. Guessing this will certainly just be a minor. And I think, you know what we're going to see? Let's see Kessler here. Does he turn? First of all, he loses his footing. No, Andre had a chance there to let up. Well, I don't know. See, that's one of those situations where does a player turn and put himself in a vulnerable position at the last second? I know that would be Andre's argument. And this is one of those things in the last few years where the onus is on the player receiving the hit to not put himself in a vulnerable spot.
It's close.
It is.
It's really close, and it appeared that way, and certainly Andre feels that way. You could see his disgust. A penalty called right off the face-off.
It's going to be Sedin?
I think it's Kessler.
Oh, it's Kessler. Yeah, retaliation penalty. One thing about Kessler, you can frustrate him. There's no question about that. He tells the Glass how he feels about that particular call. That's the second time he's gone after Manning here off of a faceoff in that same dot. Second time in this period.
So we'll go to 4-on-4 hockey. Kessler now exchanging words with Andrej Sekera. He gets a penalty for roughing at 1943. Back of the goal now. He really had a tussle with Eric Stahl in Raleigh on December 1st.
And actually, after the second hit, Eric Stahl and he exchanged some lip service that I don't think was about what do you have on the Christmas list?
No, not at all. Bah humbug by him. 13 shots for Vancouver, 10 taken by Carolina. That guy, Yuri Talusti, will be Chantel McCabe's guest when we kick off the PNC Bank first intermission. We emanate tonight from Rogers Arena, Vancouver, British Columbia. A great spot in the National Hockey League, 1-0, Vancouver. The second period awaits here in Rogers Arena, here in Vancouver. Let's take a look at the first period numbers. Brought to you by Buffalo Brothers, the greatest tenders on planet Earth. Shot differential in the period only by 2, Vancouver, but they did dominate in terms of scoring chances, 7/3 as far as that is concerned. Face-offs dead even, and the hits, Vancouver by 1. 4-on-4 hockey as we start this second period. John Forsland, Trip Tracy, Chantel McCabe at ice level, along with our fine crew. First of 4 straight on the road for Kirk Muller and his team. Tomorrow night, we're in Edmonton, Rexall Place. You can see it right here, starting with Hurricanes live at 9 Eastern. Canes and the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Justin Falk back in his own zone. Carolina starting with he, along with Jay Harrison on the back end, Eric Stahl, and Jeff Skinner up front. Mike Santorelli for Chris Higgins. Higgins over the line, canceled on the way through. Carolina back out to center ice. Skinner had it poked off his stick. Mike Santorelli in the battle with Eric Stahl, who wins it. And now Justin Falk will peel back at his own end. He'll get it from Harrison, turn away from Daniel Sedin. Jay Harrison now in a slowly developing play gets it back in his own zone.
Boy, Falk has composure at all the right times.
Spring pass does not work for Jeff Skinner. Skinner out of the corner, guarded by Chris Tanev, who has the game's only goal. It's fed deep now by the Hurricanes, and out of the corner, Daniel Sedin. Through the goal crease of Eddie Lack, accepted by Dan Hamhuis, and back out to center ice.
No, the composure of Falk leads to a D-to-D pass with Harrison. They're not used to playing together. Of course, they are because Secker is in the box, and Skinner would cleanly handle most of those.
Dan Hamhuis on and off the stick of Henrik. Basically a little chip for Daniel. Now Henrik again, he'll throw on the brakes. Wedged along by Kevin Bieksa. They grind a bit of a cycle here. Henrik Sedin between the legs for Daniel. Daniel now floats it inside. Jordan Stahl defending for Carolina. Jordan out of the corner. Can't get by Henrik Sedin. Back to the point from his skate to his stick. Jason Garrison. Now Henrik Sedin will go deep in back of Justin Peters. Bieksa went after it. A good chip by Hainsey. Now a tie-up here between Tuomo Ruutu and Daniel Sedin. You see it up close. They grind along the boards. Out of that pile-up, in control, Henrik Sedin holding onto it. Bring it to the outside and deep. Now Daniel has Kessler out in front. Daniel Sedin tripped up by Ryan Murphy. Delayed whistle. Vancouver will be going to the power play. Back it goes for Garrison. All the way across. Holding onto it, Kevin Bieksa, run into by Jordan Stahl. Vancouver now, as we see, back out to the center zone, so they have to tag up.
And there are 3 defensemen on the ice for Carolina. Now Sakura, during the delayed sequence, wisely comes off.
6 skaters out for John Tortorella's team. Here's Daniel dropping it back for Henrik Sedin, holding onto it. His shot stopped by Justin Peters, and no further play.
Tough shift there for Ryan Murphy. Takes the penalty, and then Henrik Sedin, the former league MVP, at the end of all of it, did a good job of creating a shooting lane with a stutter step. This is a tough challenge for Murphy, young in his NHL career. And ends up taking the tripping minor. I think this is going to be a very important little sequence here in this game when we look back, because Vancouver's power play has been very good. Garrison, a big-time part of it. And Tanev, of course, the goal scorer on the point.
Third power play for Vancouver. 2 shots so far. Off the face-off, Santorelli stripped clean. Falk out to center ice. Short-handed, a cut here by Radek Dvorak, but getting back is Kevin Bieksa.
So Vancouver comes out because the first unit principal players were on the ice during the delayed sequence with their second unit.
Chris Higgins to the outside of Justin Falk. They go deep. Falk now out of the corner. Tries to kick it to himself. It jumps the stick of Chris Tanev, and it comes all the way back to Eddie Lack.
Some nights I wonder if John Tortorella would call his timeout. He is one of the guys that typically uses his timeout more than anybody in terms of coaches in the first half of the game.
Good work by Nathan Gerbe. Diligent. And now Hainsey brings it in offside, but up ice pressure from Carolina's number 14.
That's a good break there for Vancouver after that up ice pressure, because now with over half the power play left, Tortorella can come out with his first unit. Hey, how often do we talk about it? 200-foot game, the penalty killing is. That's one of the big reasons Carolina's leading the league in shorthanded. Are they still leading the league in shorthanded goals?
No, they're trailing Calgary by 1 overall, but they do lead on the road. Calgary has 6. Over the line now they cross. Here's Kessler holding onto it, bending on a shot defended by Hainsey, who punches the puck all the way back.
Oh, look at you on top of it, and that matchup will be Thursday night between those two stellar shorthanded clubs.
Maybe they'll play the whole game shorthanded. Now over the line they cross. Daniel Sedin to the outside. He'll walk in. The pass off of Hainsey. He gets it back. Daniel now for Henrik. He'll settle it down on the power play. Dan Hamhuis walking the line away from Pat Dwyer. Henrik in deep. Kessler now. Daniel give back for Henrik, who turns to the outside. Hamhuis holding onto it. Here's Jason Garrison. Snappy pass for the Canuck captain. Hamhuis with a shot blocked in front. It's loose. It went off Gleason. Now Henrik Sedin in control. Gleason closes the gap on him. Dwyer tries to fight off a man. They stay onside. Ryan Kessler off the stick of Hainsey. Corralled by Daniel. Now Henrik. Here's Kessler. Muscled by Gleason. Henrik. Back it goes again. Dan Hamhuis looking for a shooting lane. Here it comes. Blocked by Gleason. Getting to it now is Henrik Sedin. Inside again for Daniel. Daniel holding onto it. Daniel Sedin to the outside. Henrik awaiting. Murphy's out of the box. Henrik Sedin now holding onto it up top. Hamhuis again, top of the ring. Garrison with possession time here by Vancouver. A tip goes wide of Justin Peters. Picked up by Ryan Kessler. He'll spin one side of the goal. Daniel. Henrik holding. A block by Tim Gleason. And it's finally frozen by Justin Peters.
Boy, 45 seconds. I thought that puck was out. The linesmen are rarely wrong. Tim Gleason, his best shift since coming back. This just his second game. And Hainsey's had a heck of a night. Let's see if this puck comes out. You just can't tell from that angle. The linesman is way over there. You see a bunch of Hurricanes thought it was out. And so the Hurricanes got hemmed in.
Yeah.
Gleason was good. Hainsey was good. And there were some tired bodies out there. So this is a much-needed whistle.
Jordan Staal now will try and will it back away from Brad Richardson, but Richardson wins it. Tanev with a shot. It sails high off a tip. Elias Lindholm waiting the puck. Back out to center ice after taking a hit from Brad Richardson. Now Ryan Murphy in his own zone paired with Jay Harrison. Forward line is Jordan Talusti and Lindholm. Elias Lindholm pulling up on Ryan Stanton, who nullifies him. Supporting the puck, Jordan Staal. Now David Booth for Vancouver. He's checked by Yuri Talusti. They scrum in front of that Carolina bench. Just inside the line, out of the pileup. A loose puck, Lindholm. Lead pass for Yuri Talusti. Ryan Stanton takes a hit to make a play for Vancouver. Jay Harrison goes deep. And now Christopher Tanev back out through center ice, all the way back in the Kane zone.
Tanev is a great story. A former Markham Waxer, where Jeff Skinner's from. Skinner, former Waxer, too. Went to RIT, a lesser-known college program, before being a free agent signing.
Ryan Murphy holding onto it. Swings it all the way across off the stick of Eric Staal. Foot race ensues. He wins it. Sends up Tuomo Ruutu. They step in the zone. Ruutu with a shot blocked by Bieksa. Getting to it is Dan Hamhuis. Shadowed by Eric Staal. Staal along the wall. Turns away from Kessler. Holding onto it now. Ruutu. His shot blocked in front. It went off Dan Hamhuis, and it's carried out here by Chris Higgins. He'll try and fish it by Justin Falk, who recovers beautifully, and Carolina will get it out.
And not only recovers beautifully, but felt that hit coming across, too.
Here comes Mr. Skinner pulling up. Lack with the save, the rebound. Forked wide by Tuomo Ruutu. Along the boards now, Andre Sekera for Carolina. Going wide, Justin Falk, a tough pass to handle, and it's punched out.
Good second effort there from Staal. Prevented a chance the other way.
Eric over the line with Ruutu and Skinner. Kane captain, muscled by Jeremy Welsh. Carried out by Ryan Kessler. Kessler in control. Moving through the center zone over the line. He'll pull up to the outside. Off a body. It goes off of Andrej Sekera. Back for Jason Garrison. He'll feed it along. Top of your screen. The Hurricanes' Kevin Westgarth. The center zone for Radek Dvorak broken up. Garrison again. Anticipating Westgarth. Here he comes over the line. Kevin Westgarth shakes off Dolpe. His shot caught by Eddie Lack. 12:54 left to go in the second period. It is still a one-goal game. Vancouver on top.
Back on the Pacific Coast, it's 1-0 Canucks. It was in Rogers Arena, where Eric Staal was part of the 2010 gold medal ice hockey Olympic team. In 7 games, he had 1 goal and 6 total points and had a +6 rating. With the victory in Vancouver, he was the 23rd player to reach the Triple Gold Club with an Olympic gold medal, the 2007 World Championship golds, and of course the 2006 Stanley Cup. And also, it's exactly 60 days away until the 2014 Sochi Olympics begin. John and Tripp.
The guy in the upper left there with Bergeron also in the picture looks like Marian Gaborik, a Slovak, became a Canadian. Did you see that?
I see that.
It looks just like him.
It is. Yes, sir. Well, it'll be interesting when these countries make their decisions. And Hockey Canada did say today that they will have a final meeting on January 6th. And the following day, on the 7th, they will announce their group. And you'll see all of that around the same time from the other countries.
The United States announced on January 1st during the Winter Classic.
Richardson now with a shot sealed off by Justin Peters. Pretty good save there on Brad Richardson out to center ice. It goes by Jeff Skinner. Comes all the way back in the Vancouver zone, and icing is called. Let's take a look at the players here for the Hurricanes that have a shot at the Olympics.
Well, this is just one man's opinion, and that's mine. So very debatable. I think Justin Falk is there. I think he's earned it. Eric Staal, you look at his last month of play where he's really elevated his game. He's an incumbent. Okay, Jordan Stahl's not an incumbent. Patrice Bergeron really is. I think that's going to be a tough road. Cam Ward facing the injury problems he has. Sekera definitely on the Slovaks. Ruutu definitely on the Finns. I think Jiri Tlusty, based on the intangibles that he brings, even when he's not scoring like he did last year, is a valuable player, and hopefully the Czechs will feel the same way. Skinner would make a lot of Olympic teams, but Canada being so deep is a tough road.
Santorelli centering feed. Good stick by Sekera. On the shot taken by Chris Higgins. Higgins in back of the goal. That's Kessler out in front. Now Santorelli. Puck is loose. Carolina, as we see, is on it. Jeff Skinner back out to center ice. Eric Staal approaching Dan Hamhuis. He'll get it deep. Sealed off by the combination of Hamhuis and Tanev. And now Ryan Kessler. Played his college hockey at Ohio State. Out of Livonia, Michigan, over the line. Nullified on the way through that time by Jay Harrison. He swings it out in front. Mike Santorelli to the outside. He's defended by Tim Gleason. Dwyer leaves it in back of the goal. Chopped by Harrison. Supporting him is Jiri Tlusty. And the Hurricanes advance back out to center.
Next goal is going to be so big in this hockey game. I still think that kill a few minutes ago was a real big one for the Canes.
Now it's rolled deep in the Vancouver zone. Dwyer tries to center out in front. Along the board, Santorelli given a shove by Nash. Tlusty caught a high stick. Now it's Harrison with a shot blocked on the way through by Riley Nash and controlled by the Canucks. Stretch pass for Richardson doesn't work. Now Riley Nash will swing it deep.
Gleason, who played in the gold medal game in overtime, that was a heck of a play there, feeling that stretch pass that Vancouver likes to work in the second period.
Ryan Murphy out of the corner reverses for Ron Hainsey, but they miscommunicate just a bit. Now Jordan tries to get it out. Here's Gerby to an open wing. Captured by David Booth. Booth over the line. Right by Murphy. David Booth out in front. Off the paddle of Justin Peters. Now Jordan Staal along the boards. Bieksa had it. Lost it. Vancouver still in control. Booth inside it goes. They walk it. This is Zach Kassian up top. In control, Kevin Bieksa. Here it comes. It goes high over the top of Peters. Loose this way. Creeping across for the Hurricanes is Nathan Gerby. Little lead pass intended for Jordan Staal. Jordan now back of the goal. They swing it. Lindholm, an attempt. He gets it back. Elias Lindholm played outside the line here by Andrej Sekera. Aired on defense as always with Justin Falk as the Hurricanes attempt to get it deep, and it sails out of play.
Let's take a look at Tim Gleason, who John Tortorella was actually running the United States blue line in the Olympics, and he just grew with his confidence in Gleason during that Olympic tournament. Heck of a play. Because Richardson's off to the races. This is something Vancouver loves to do in the second period, especially with the Sedins. is they love to stretch the ice, and Tim anticipated well.
Through the center zone now, carried by Vancouver's Jannik Hansen, denied ice by Radek Dvorak. Garrison, 2 cracks at it. Scoring chances in the game, 2-1 margin, Vancouver. They have the 1-goal lead. First period goal, Chris Tanev. John Tripp and Chantel with you as always, out to center ice. A loose play, Radek Dvorak over the line. The veteran walks in, looks for Gleason. It rolls around the slot area, and Vancouver will move it all the way back in Canes ice. Justin Peters for Jay Harrison. Out of the corner, Gleason pressured by Daniel Sedin. Malhotra rubs out Hansen. Daniel, read by Manny Malhotra. He'll move it by Henrik, and it's played this way and carried back out by Radek Dvorak. Lead pass intended for Tuomo Ruutu. In the trapezoid, Eddie Lack for Andrew Alberts. Alberts deep in his own zone. Out to center. A chip by Hansen, broken up by Andrei Sekera. Over the line, it's Daniel holding onto it right out in front. Tied up by Sekera, who got back on Daniel Sedin, and Carolina will survive.
Key play, an illegal one from Sekera there.
Eric Stahl gets plenty of ice, lays it across. Good back check. Kessler on Skinner. Jeff Skinner holding onto it. He'll wind it this way for Sekera. Holding, taking that shot. Now he does. Looking for a tip. None available. Getting to it is Justin Falk. We're moving away here from Kessler. Now Sekera at the point. Justin Falk. Skinner taking the one-timer. Here it comes. Deflected wide. Now Skinner will go to the slot. Sekera in control. Moved across now for Falk. Between the legs of Eric Stahl. Vancouver desperately tries to get it out. And now they finally will with help from Jannik Hansen, who clears it in the penalty box along the near side. And we get a stoppage. 8.5 left to go in the second period. Canucks 1. Hurricanes no score. Well, John Tortorella is not happy. His team will go down a man.
I think that linesman Brian Mack had the best look at this, and they, all 4 referees, the 2 officials and the 2 linesmen, got together for a good percentage of the commercial break. Watch the right side of your screen. I mean, that's Brian, and he's going to be able to tell more than this. Is actually after they made the call. So the key meeting was the one between the 2 officials and the 2 linesmen, where they decided whether or not that puck grazed the glass or not. That's the key determinant.
Third power play for Carolina, one of those very abbreviated now. Sekera broken up by Brad Richardson, not out. Falk holding onto it. Here's Skinner. Here it comes, but he mishit it. Now it goes deep. Tuomo Ruutu. Around the boards, top of your screen, Eric Stahl. He'll set up shop. On the exchange, it's Skinner. Back again for Andrei Sekera. Sekera guarded by Mike Santorelli. One-timer Falk denied by Lack. Rebound shoveled high. Tuomo Ruutu. And the face-off will come outside the blue line. It went right off Ruutu's stick. Puck was on edge, and he got underneath it.
This has to be a shoot-first power play, because Lack really hasn't faced anything here in this period. He's been very impressive in his movement, taking advantage of his size. Being able to impede his sight lines is going to be very important. But the Canes won a face-off, and immediately were able to go to work those face-offs that are extra important.
Jordan Stahl, Elias Lindholm, Nathan Gerbe come out and jostling on the draw. Bieksa and Gerbe. Lindholm springs Murphy. Murphy off of Kessler, gets it back. Ryan Murphy now trading places with Ron Hainsey. Murphy, a one-timer, goes wide. Getting to it is Nathan Gerbe. Gerbe throws on the brakes. Garrison looking at him. Gerbe down the wall for Carolina. Getting help from Jordan Stahl. It's broken up by Chris Higgins. They move it out.
Well, Vancouver clears, but that was another good face-off where the Hurricanes in a neutral zone draw went forward with it, again to immediately get possession of the attacking end.
Jordan Stahl through the middle for Carolina. They stay onside. To the outside of Tanev, he's taken down. Loose in back of the goal. Out of that pile up, Henrik Sedin has it. Sedin will angle it off the boards, and out she goes. Carolina down to 45 seconds on this power play. Ryan Murphy will quarterback from his own zone. Joined on this unit by Andrei Sekera, Eric Stahl, Tuomo Ruutu, and Jeff Skinner. Here's Eric over the line. They stay onside. It's broken up, though, by Brad Richardson, and right back out. Ryan Murphy tries to get away from Mike Santorelli. Cross ice for Skinner. On and off his stick. Kevin Bieksa's back. You see it from ice level. Now Dan Hamhuis out of the corner. They kill more time.
Murphy, I like seeing him carry the puck up the ice. Not even necessarily making that first pass. He has that skating ability. I mean, I think he could gain a lot of entries just with that.
Ruutu threads it across. Skinner goes down. Blowing a tire was Eric Stahl. And it's wedged out of the zone by Ryan Kessler for Brad Richardson. He'll pull up. Richardson, Hansen's out of the box, denied by Andrej Sekera, and here comes Talusti. He's in for a shot, fought off by Eddie Lack. The follow-up, Eric Stahl. He can't find the handle. Out of the corner, Talusti all the way across. Now Gleason at the point, but he can't handle it, and Carolina reorganizes.
Gleason, you have to like the fight. You know, again, a guy that has been plagued by injuries this year. It's going to take some time for those hands to feel the way he wants them to feel.
Carolina had one shot on the last power play. Here's Riley Nash shifting gears off the paddle of Lack. The rebound handled. Eddie Lack a dandy on Pat Dwyer. And it's cleared on a play by Riley Nash. What a chance for Patrick Dwyer. And Eddie Lack making his home debut this season. The understudy to Roberto Luongo is getting it done. The first chance and the second one by the big Swede. Dwyer did not play Friday night in Raleigh. An eye injury sustained in Nashville Thursday. What a chance here, though, Tripp.
Well, it's a speed up the ice. And Riley Nash, watch the right side of your screen. Good puck support with Talusti. Riley Nash has had a night of purpose. With his speed, gains the lane on Garrison. And the speed of Dwyer just wins the race to the net. Lack's best stop of the night by far.
This line stays out. Riley Nash, Jiri Talusti, Patrick Dwyer, Gleason, and Harrison are back. Brad Richardson, who played last season with the Los Angeles Kings, attempts to win the face-off for Vancouver. He does. In control. Former first-round pick of the Buffalo Sabres, Zach Kassian, who gets it deep. Tim Gleason looks around, shadowed by David Booth. Nash gave it away to Chris Tanev. His shot off the mark. Now David Booth. Sailing it by Zach Kassian. Chris Tanev has the game's only goal. He'll send it deep. Riley Nash for the Hurricanes to an open side. Ryan Stanton off of Peters, corralled by Jay Harrison. He'll play it to himself. Jay Harrison ambles out to center ice. On the tape of Riley Nash, who scales ahead.
Boy, one of the things about this building being pretty quiet, I mean, communication's so important. On the road, sometimes you can't hear yourselves, but you can tonight.
Radek Dvorak out of the corner, off the side of the goal. Holding the short side was Eddie Lack, and now getting to it is Brad Richardson. Off a body, it caroms off Radek Dvorak, and it comes back. Carolina's Kevin Westgarth tries to will one out in front. Westgarth now holding onto it. On a cycle intended for Dvorak, and now Manny Malhotra. Westgarth gets the inside track on Jeremy Welsh. Carolina, good pressure here, but Westgarth given a rough ride by Jeremy Welsh. Now along the boards, Dvorak holding onto it. He's defended by Ryan Stanton. Back to the point, Murphy. This way for Ron Hainsey. His shot looking for a tip, knocked down. Went off Dvorak. Zach Kassian, all he can do is just dump it out, and he succeeds.
Well, the Hurricanes have gotten a couple of forechecking shifts from this fourth line. And Kirk Muller really wants Westgarth to be able to play up to speed, because then he can use this fourth line, and they can really make a difference.
Ryan Kessler moving up on Justin Falk, who keeps him to the outside and plays it well. He gets help from Eric Stahl. Now hinging out to center ice is Andrej Sekera. At his side, Tuomo Ruutu. Ruutu tries to thread the needle for Sekera. You see it from the corner. Back to the point, Eric all the way across. Skinner in control, tied up. Good defensive play that time by Chris Higgins. This is Kessler. They play it along the boards and get it deep. Hunted down by Mike Santorelli. Santorelli, the outside of Sekera. Throwing on the brakes now on Justin Falk. Mike Santorelli holding onto it to the outside as they grind a cycle. Inside it goes off the official. Captured by Chris Higgins, back to the point. Dan Hamhuis looking for a shooting lane. He delivers a pass, though, around the boards for Kevin Bieksa. He'll load the gun well wide of Peters. Now Hamhuis at the point. He'll wrist it ahead for Santorelli. Santorelli on the flank. Here's Higgins. Good stick by Tuomo Ruutu. Getting to it is Jeff Skinner, a soft clear, but he does get it out to center ice. Higgins taken down. Now it's Ruutu, but offside were the Hurricanes. It was Eric Stahl along the near boards, and we get a break in play.
Well, Jeff Skinner, you can definitely tell that Vancouver's aware that he's the reigning #1 star in the league. I like that chance there, trying to find the high short side in the first period. But, I mean, he hasn't had a lot of time to operate. There's always someone there, Kessler. And the chance right here, early in his career, I don't think he would have protected himself. There's a couple Vancouver players that are looking to absolutely finish a check there. I mean, tomorrow night we're going to be in Edmonton, where in a play like that, Sudden finished him for a suspension, so good for Jeff protecting.
Nathan Gerbe now will drop it back off a couple of sticks. Carried out by Daniel Sedin. Daniel moves up, holds onto it. Here's Henrik cutting through the slot. Everybody back to the house for Carolina, and they get it out. Jason Garrison through the center ice zone, cut off by Ryan Murphy momentarily. Now goes off the stick of Elias Lindholm. Garrison again. Little chip and chase off of Daniel. Justin Peters awaiting in the trapezoid. Ryan Murphy hard pressed. Here's Jeremy Welsh. Back to the point, interrupted by Pat Dwyer. And away they go. Dwyer out to center ice, cutting the ice in half. Beautifully on him was Dan Hamhuis. It goes deep. Dwyer in the corner, lays it back. Stolen and chipped out of the zone by Henrik Sedin for Dale Weiss. Weiss now tries to make a move on Jay Harrison. Tim Gleason has plenty of time and space. Just about 18 minutes gone in the second period. Gleason taken down, and Carolina gets it all the way back in Vancouver ice. And Hamhuis off the stick of Jeremy Welsh, nullified by Gleason. Dale Weiss in the corner. Zach Dolphy's out in front now. Checked in back of the goal, and a penalty is called up top. It'll go against Carolina.
It's going to be Gleason. And I couldn't tell after the delayed penalty if a Carolina player actually... Here's the penalty right side of your screen. Now, as the play continued, there's a second look at it. Player in a tough spot that Welsh is, the former Hurricane. But as this continued, keep it going here, guys. Did a Hurricane touch it? Yes, Nash did. So that's a key call there.
Fourth power play for Vancouver late in the second period. Critical stage here possibly for the Hurricanes. Now Daniel Sedin. Up top it goes. Hamhuis, backhand dish, and now Daniel. Down deep, Kessler to the outside for Daniel Sedin. Hamhuis this way, Garrison, one-timer. Good block. That was Radek Dvorak. He along with Malhotra, and a penalty will be called against Vancouver. Sekera with a shot nullified by Garrison. We go to 4-on-4 on the slash.
Boy, the effort goes a long ways from the veteran Radek Dvorak. This is going to become a 4-on-4. Yuri Talusti, fellow Czech, gives him a big tap. Now he pats him on the head. Takes a page out of John Tortorella's book in blocking shots. There it is. Beautiful play on Garrison. Maybe the hottest, one of the hottest defensemen in the league right now. Draws the penalty thereafter. Slashing from Garrison. Well, sort of on the fence type call. But Radek creates it with his work.
In 4-on-4s, Carolina 2-4-3 against. Vancouver 5 goals for, 4 against in this scenario. Now Dan Hamhuis out to center. Ryan Kessler 2-on-2. This is Higgins. Kessler in the zone with a shot. Hung on to by Justin Peters.
He wasn't sure.
He was not, neither was I.
But you're usually sure. Well, I can tell you this as a goaltender, when you're not sure, don't move. Because there's a good chance the puck's underneath you. Because if you move, that puck might be jarred loose and end up in the back of the net.
Kirk Muller looking on. 68 seconds left in this period. Canes and Oilers tomorrow night here on Fox Sports Carolina, starting at 9 Eastern with Hurricanes live from Rexall Place. Over the line now. Vancouver circling back. Under a minute left in the second period. Fanning on a pass. Chris Tanev. Gained by Carolina's Ryan Murphy. Here he comes. He'll pull up. Murphy floats it all the way across. Cutting here. Skinner off a stick. Good block by Ryan Kessler. Now Eric between the wickets of Murphy and back out.
Boy, that's how prepared Vancouver is for what Skinner did last week. Good feed, Kitchener Ranger to Kitchener Ranger, but Skinner didn't have more than a split second to make a play.
Now Ryan Murphy will stay onside. They'll lay it back to Hainsey. 27 seconds left. Eric from out, well out, blocked by Dan Hamhuis. Back it goes for Hainsey. Little tip right on, and Lack hangs onto that one off the stick of Jeff Skinner.
I noticed this in Raleigh. This is a sign of a team that is coached by Tortorella. You just don't have a lot of time to get pucks to the net. You have to do it quickly. This is a good feed. Skinner, he's got to get that quicker to the net. Kessler just needs an extra split second. It's a heck of a play.
Good
second
play.
effort from Kessler.
Yeah.
But any John Tortorella team, you just can't have any hesitation. You've got to get pucks to that net quickly.
They will grind you into the ice. That's the type of culture change the New York Rangers had under John Tortorella till that ran out of gas, and now that's what he is attempting to do with this team. And they are 7 games over 500, but in 8th place in the Western Conference. 7 seconds left in the second period. Andre Sekera holding on to it, tied up. Here's Henrik now. 2 seconds left in the period. Henrik Sedin for Daniel at the horn. That'll do it. Ron Hainsey will be Chantel McCabe's guest when she kicks off the PNC Bank second intermission here in Vancouver. We have completed 40 minutes of hockey in this cross-conference matchup tonight, second and final one. Vancouver defeating Carolina on December 1st, and so far tonight, Chris Tanev has an early first period goal, and the Vancouver Canucks have a 1-0 lead over the Carolina Hurricanes right here on Fox Sports Carolina. Carolina Hurricanes hockey is brought to you by Kangaroo Express, your home of the $1.50 dog and drink. By Moe's Southwest Grill. Welcome to Moe's. By the North Carolina Education Lottery. Play Powerball with Power Play. Jackpots start at $40 million. By Raleigh Orthopedic, or where the pros go. Raleigh Orthopedic. And by Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness. Very proud history here in Vancouver. Chris Tanev scored at 3:35 of period one. The only scoring we've had tonight. Coors Light, cold hard facts for Kirk Muller's team. Since the end of November, they have been on a tear in terms of scoring, and they need more tonight.
Well, they just had a 4-goal outburst in the third period Friday in Raleigh, and that will without question help them here tonight. Vancouver has an excellent record, as most teams do, when leading after 40, but it's right there for them.
That record is 11-1-1 for Vancouver when maintaining a lead after 2 periods. Eddie Lack has been strong in goal tonight for Vancouver. Ryan Kessler winning the face-off away from Eric Stahl. John Forsland, Trip Tracy, Chantel McCabe, along with our fine crew here at Rogers Arena in Vancouver. Game number 1 this week, all of it on the road. Tomorrow night, Canes are at Edmonton, starting with Hurricanes Live at 9. Jeff Skinner with a shot caught by Eddie Lack.
That's it right there. No hesitation. I wouldn't be surprised if it was talked about between periods. Jeff, you're one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in hockey right now. Excellent feed from Sekera. He has one thing on his mind, and that's firing that puck. Maybe he would want to go far side, because I think he had a net drive there. It looked like Falk. Everything good there.
Yeah. This is an abbreviated power play for Carolina, number 4 tonight. Swatted out of the zone right away by Dan Hamhuis, who has an assist. That comes all the way in on Justin Peters. Andre Sekera starting from his own territory. 7 seconds on the man advantage. Eric Stahl through the middle. Stahl to the outside of Chris Tanev, who plays it well. Out of the corner, Tuomo Ruutu. Jason Garrison is out of the box. Even terms on the ice where it counts. Vancouver by 1.
Oh, Tanev has been very, very good. John Tortorella said he had no idea what a promising defenseman there he is with the puck. It was until he got here.
They're missing Alex Edler. He's out with a knee injury, and they'll miss him for quite some time. Dan Hamhuis bounces it in on Justin Peters, who freezes.
That's tough. Eric Stahl coming with a full head of steam. He tried to change speeds the way Nash did in the second period. Tanev would have none of it. They said the former Markham Waxer. Pretty good players in the NHL. Former Markham Waxers. One of them, Skinner, is the #1 star in the week right now.
Steven Stamkos would be another.
And Tanev trains with Gary Roberts and Steven Stamkos in the offseason.
Infringement on the circle, Daniel Sedin, Nathan Gerbe. That's a wash. So they'll do it again. Face-off won by Jordan Stahl. Ron Hainsey off the boards. It goes out of play. We get another stoppage. The Carolina Ale House has always been, always will be, we hope, the host of Cool Bars. The next one, January 7th at Briar Creek. The Canes will be in Buffalo. Log on to CarolinaHurricanes.com for more details.
And fittingly, camera goes back to Gerbe. Special game for him and Sekera.
Off the face-off, pair of sevens, Booth and Murphy. This is Ron Hainsey out to center ice. On the wing, here's Gerbe walking in for a shot. Picked off again. Eddie Lack in control.
Well, real purpose coming up the ice. Defenseman jumping in at the right time. Hainsey oftentimes is the last guy on the ice for the start of practice, first guy off. Is he slacking? No, he just knows what to get out of practice, and when he's out there, everything's high intensity. And Gerby challenges Lack. Lack has been very impressive to me tonight. He really has. I mean, everything has been absorbed. There just haven't been any second chances yet, other than that chance for Dwyer off of Nash in the second period.
But a good start for the Hurricanes. Directional plays, simple plays. Get it at the net, see what happens. It's an excellent pass by Ron Hainsey, and Gerby just kept it wide and had that shooting lane. Now Jordan Staal turned out by Eddie Lack. Carried out by Zach Kassian. Kassian now through the middles. Carolina has defensive numbers back. Lindholm loses the battle to Kassian. Zach Kassian will keep it deep. Hunted down by Jannik Hansen. The Dane now over the stick of Brad Richardson. Moved along by Carolina's Jordan Staal. Richardson out of the corner. Leaves it there. Picked off again by Jordan. And out they go.
I know that Lack has been impressive, period. But I go low. I mean, everything that seems to be generating anything, even remotely approaching a rebound, is in the lower half of the net.
Just over 2 minutes gone in this third period. Hansen chips it ahead. Jay Harrison coming back for the Hurricanes. Hard off the boards. Here's Riley Nash in the zone for a shot. Patted down by Eddie Lack. Out of the corner. Gloved down by Jason Garrison. Jeremy Welsh now to the outside of Pat Dwyer. Tries to lay it ahead. Zach Dolby takes a hit from Tim Gleason and gets it deep.
Boy, the Hurricanes, look at, the low centerman coming back. They're creating a lot of speed thus far in the third.
See there, Carolina, 4 of the 5 shots taken so far in this period. Nash, Hamhuis defends. It's Welsh. Away now for Dale Weiss. Did he gain center? I guess he did. He gets it deep. Now comes all the way back. In control here is Ron Hainsey. Ryan Murphy had it, lost it. Met there by Chris Higgins. A loose puck. Radek Dvorak away from Ryan Kessler. Now Hainsey with his head up. Away from Higgins. Off the boards and out. Off of Kessler, it skips in the Vancouver bench.
Let's take a look at the Canes' ability to stretch the ice here early in the third period. I mean, Harrison knows what he wants to do with this puck before he even moves it up the ice. And, same story, different period. It was Harrison to move that puck up to Talusti to Nash, and then Dwyer on the rebound in the second period. So Jay's been very effective in that dimension.
Sekera now across for Justin Falk. In the center zone, it's Eric Staal. He'll move it all the way back for the defense. 22 shots taken by Carolina, 20 by the Canucks. And deep now, Justin Falk holding onto it. Vancouver defeating Carolina 3-2 in Raleigh on December 1st. Eric Staal with a shot off a stick. It goes high. It went off Chris Tanev. And now it's played again by Chris Higgins. Kessler with Santorelli 2-on-1. His shot well wide. It careens all the way back out and out of play.
And a little frustration from Kessler. He's had another fine night against Carolina. One American pinches, and another American nearly scores what would be a huge goal in this game. There's Falk. He doesn't have support. So the only way he's going to keep that puck moving the right way is the surprise element. That's one thing in some close games in third periods this year. Carolina started to gamble when they don't need to gamble. I mean, there's 16 and 22 left. I mean, that's a world of time.
That's right. Little plays like that's all it takes if there's a breakdown. Gleason away now for Talusti. He'll split the D, roll it in. Jason Garrison back with Kevin Bieksa. Sealed off by Talusti. A loose puck as we see. Malhotra keeps it deep for the Hurricanes, and Eddie Lack hands it off to Jason Garrison. Daniel Sedin on the boards, met by Gleason. Malhotra blocked by Bieksa, and back out Henrik. Away now for the intended pass for David Booth, and now at the line they cross. Here's Henrik. David Booth down low, throws on the brakes. Inside, out of the reach of Henrik. Getting to it is Nathan Gerby. Out to center ice, cut off by Daniel. That pass does not connect with his brother. Now Gleason back out to center for Jordan Staal. At his side, Gerby. He'll walk in, he'll cut. Nathan Gerby off a stick, off Garrison. Richardson takes down Jordan Staal. Gerby's all over the ice. Now it's Jordan Staal out of the corner as they grind a cycle. Back to the point, Hainsey. Here it comes, blocked in front and stinging Garrison in the process. Now a chip, Murphy can't handle it. Hansen out in front, Kassian. Nice recovery by Ryan Murphy. And the Canucks now keep it deep. Hainsey on Jannik Hansen out of the corner. Glove pass. That's legal. Ron Hainsey recovers. Given a jolt by Jannik Hansen. out of that scrum. Hainsey calmly along, but not out. Richardson turned out by Justin Peters. Getting to it is Yannick Hansen all the way across. Out of the corner, Brad Richardson. Back to the point, Chris Tanev. Inside for Cassian. Zach Cassian fights off Jordan Staal. In the slot, Richardson met by 2. Lindholm, one of those. Carolina gets it out.
Boy, nice job of collapsing in the house. Lindholm's been on for a while here.
Here comes Chris Higgins to the outside. His pass thwarted by Ron Hainsey, who lays it off for Elias Lindholm. And away they go. Lindholm's pass detected at the line that time by Brian Stanton. Now Nash tries to make it happen on young Stanton. He goes to the outside. Riley Nash canceled on the check. Now Bieksa. Nash goes hard at him. Brian Stanton on the wall. Chris Higgins. And out they go through the center ice area. You're looking at Mike Santorelli with a cut. Holding onto it. Falk has lost his stick. Santorelli stays with it. Kessler down deep. Santorelli off Sekera. He gets it back. Kessler in back of the goal. Fancy Dan move here. Getting help from Santorelli. Santorelli for Garrison. His shot. Good save by Peters. Loose in the high slot. Dwyer taken down. Not out. Santorelli dangling. Inside for Kessler. His shot off the side of the goal. Down deep they go. Vancouver continues to pressure Carolina. Kessler broken up by Riley Nash. And out they go.
This is the line for the Canucks that scored the back-breaking goal in the third period against Colorado last night. They're again utilizing the back of the net.
Long pass for David Booth. Cut off by Tim Gleason. Now shoveled by Eric Staal for Jeff Skinner. His shot swallowed by Eddie Lack. And a stoppage of play. Little disturbance at the side of the goal. Tuomo Ruutu and Dan Hamhuis. And the boys will settle it down. 13:25 left to go in regulation time. Vancouver 1, Carolina no score. And Justin Peters will see momentarily, and he's holding up his end of the bargain here tonight.
On a nightly basis. I mean, you just look at his save percentage. First 5 games and now the last 9. 941. Oh, that's through the stratosphere. And he's given him a chance here tonight. Lack been real good at the other end. Cam Ward, I thought, found a way, the former Conn Smythe winner, to fight a way to a win against San Jose. And tomorrow, he'll not only be in the building where he beat his hometown in a Stanley Cup, all sorts of friends and family there, and he had a real good, I thought, work day today, Cam did.
Andrei Sekera with a shot panted down by Lack. The rebound handled by Eddie Lack as they hack away. Eric Staal had the opportunity. Carolina, they continue to mount pressure, and Tuomo Ruutu thinks about a wasted chance.
Hack and whack on Lack, and I mean, this was as good of a sequence as the Hurricanes have had in the game. Look at how low Staal gets, but Ruutu Skinner helps to win the draw. Eric and Tuomo go to the front of the net. Jeff's there too. I mean, that's very good execution. Doesn't look like Malhotra, face-off man, is on the bench, by the way.
Face-off won that time by Brad Richardson away from Eric Staal. Chris Tanev now along the boards and back out. It's Higgins. One man back, Justin Falk. He'll dance at the line now in the zone. Santorelli to the outside off a stick wide. Good stick by Eric Staal. Carolina now desperately tries to get it out. They do. Tuomo Ruutu, though, gave it away to Chris Tanev, who gave it away to Eric Staal. Staal defended at the Vancouver line, and now the Canucks will peel back. Dan Hamhuis, a quick up intended for Chris Higgins. At the Vancouver line, Tuomo Ruutu. He'll throw it back for Andrei Sekera. His shot ricochets high off Kessler. In control, Skinner off a body off Higgins. Fanning on a pass, Tuomo Ruutu. He's taken down. Ruutu gets back up along the boards at the point. Falk. Hand off by Higgins, and away is Santorelli with Kessler. At the line they cross. Here's Bieksa, but Ryan Kessler was offside.
What a job by Bob Gorman, equipment manager, with the stick there. It prevented an odd-man rush. Jordan Staal had lost his stick coming back, and Bob Gorman, who does it quicker than anybody in hockey, there he is. Got the stick to Jordan just in time for Jordan to help on the defensive side of that rush. That truly was a difference-making play by Gorman.
Those guys are so good at what they do. They're so quick. And they have to be focused and in on every play. And it's easy to get distracted down there.
Skip Cunningham, George Alves with Gorman. Finest in the league in the equipment category. And Pete Friesen, Dougie Bennett on the training side.
They'll put in a long night tonight as we jet off to Edmonton, lose an hour. And they'll work all night to make sure the room is ready for tomorrow morning. And tomorrow night's game against the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Patrick Dwyer to the outside with a shot caught by Eddie Lack without rebound. Don't miss the season finale of the new college football show Thursday at 7 on Fox Sports South. James Bates, Coach Tommy Bowden wrap up the season with a look at the best bowl game matchups and nod to some Heisman hopefuls. Watch the new college football show Thursday at 7 on Fox Sports South.
There's the stick rack right there. As soon as Bob sees that Jordan's broke his stick, he looks, and the number 11 is right at the top. Bob has to do it seamlessly, literally. Gorman may have saved a goal there. That's no exaggeration.
Chris Tanev out to center ice. Tim Gleason now will settle the puck down off the stick of Radek Dvorak. It comes all the way back in. Eddie Lack out to play it. Young Swede, he's 25 years of age. It comes all the way back in the Carolina zone. No icing. Gleason is on it. He'll shovel it this way. Dvorak along the board, sealed off by Richardson. Riley Nash lends a helping hand. He'll try and turn it along the boards. Richardson pesters him. To the point it goes Stanton. All the way across now for Tanev. A give back this way for Zach Kassian. He'll go deep. Richardson in a stick battle with Gleason. They trade places. Harrison gets back defensively. Kicks it along. Dvorak wedges for Nash. And out they go.
Good to see Malhotra back on the bench, John.
Good sign. So Manny Malhotra left for a brief period of time. Back on that Carolina bench. Just about 9 minutes gone in this third period. 1-0 Vancouver. Here comes Eric Stahl. Moving up. Little dangle to the outside. All the way across. Negated by Kevin Bieksa. The Canucks transition. Ryan Kessler. Defended by Justin Falk. On and off the stick of Skinner. Now Tuomo Ruutu's flying. This way for Eric. He'll settle it down. Fling it out through the slot. Negated by Santorelli. A loose puck as we see. Hamhuis for Higgins. Stick check by Falk. Here's a chance. Skinner. Broken up beautifully by Kevin Bieksa. Now Skinner again comes calling. Denied. Kessler. Moved off for Higgins. Moving up on Falk. Little stutter step. Good defense by Justin Falk. He'll shovel it back for Andrej Sekera.
Last week, Jeff Skinner shoots that first one with no hesitation. There, it's one move too many.
Now it's Ruutu pulling up. Off a couple of sticks. Yannick Hansen out of the corner now for Daniel Sedin. This is Henrik. Skinner back checking on Daniel. Jeff Skinner in front of his own bench. Henrik Sedin for Yannick Hansen, accepted by Carolina's Ryan Murphy. Under 10 minutes left in this third period. Ron Hainsey in control. Out to center. Negotiating his way through. He gets it deep. Garrison tries to clear. Jason Garrison gets it back. Wedged along by Malhotra for Yuri Talusti. Talusti along the boards. It pops out. Hainsey this way for Murphy. Murphy holding, shooting one. Blocked on the way through. It was Daniel Sedin. And the Canucks get it out.
You can see that's the split second. If you just wait, Murphy's trying to wait for the guys to get to the front of the net, but that window of getting it through just closes.
And that's the shot blocking mentality of a John Tortorella team. It comes all the way back, and it was Daniel Sedin going down to block that. Now Kassian inside for Chris Tanev with a tight turn. He'll take a hit. Kea Price hit hard by Malhotra. David Booth can't get to it. Good play by Pat Dwyer. Harrison in direct pass. It's Nathan Gerby. He's shadowed by Tanev and back out. Patty Dwyer coming all the way back for Carolina.
Tanev continues both sides of the ice, his strong side and his weak side, to make a difference.
Now Jordan Stahl in control. No stick handle back out to neutral ice by both Kassian and Booth. He got it deep. Eddie Lack is out to play it. He'll reverse. Along the boards and up top, Jordan drags it. Inside for Nathan Gerby. Out in front, this way it's Harrison holding. Shooting one. Tipped on the way through. It was blocked by Chris Tanev. Ryan Kessler back out to center ice and all the way back in Canes ice.
Jordan Stahl made a heck of a play in the neutral zone to get it deep and then took a hit. But he ends up driving the net. The points get involved, and the Canes another good bid.
9 shots for Carolina in this period. A steal. Santorelli off a body, off Gleason. It's loose top of your screen. Kevin Bieksa goes deep. Around the boards. With his head on a swivel, Jay Harrison. It pops out. Kessler with a shot wide. Getting to it here is Jay Harrison. Eric Stahl for Jeff Skinner. Skinner starts his engine. Peppered that time by Yannick Hansen. Bieksa. Dan Hamhuis. Now to neutral ice. Henrik Sedin goes cross corner. Andrej Sekera coming back for Carolina. They have 27 shots. Vancouver with 22. This is Yuri Talusti. Moving up on Kevin Bieksa. He rolls it in back of the goal. Pinching in is Justin Falk. Out of the pileup, Henrik Sedin. Wheels along now. Kassian for Garrison. Jason Garrison throws it in. Riley Nash getting back for the Hurricanes. Met by Zach Kassian. They battle him back of the goal. Radek Dvorak to the outside. He's hard-pressed to get it out. A steal, Henrik Sedin. He'll float it ahead for Zach Kassian. Kassian now this way for Daniel. To the point, a one-timer Garrison, and Peters got a piece of it. It goes on top of the goal, taken care of by Justin Falk. Now a steal, Kassian. To the outside and back, indirect pass. They swing it this way for Jason Garrison, looking for a tip, none available. Overskating with Sekera. Now Kassian back again. Tanev in control. Zach Kassian holding, shooting one. Oh, the blocker, Peters got it. Now it's Garrison. Inside on the boards for Brad Richardson. Richardson goes deep. Good stick by Sekera. Loose along the wall. It pops right out. And it's played along by Dale Weiss. Inside again, read by Falk. He takes a heavy hit. He was saddled by Dale Weiss, and it comes all the way back.
Makes the play without that puck going over the glass for a penalty. This has been a very well-played third period both ways.
Now Peters moves it for Falk. Underneath it is Gerby, and away they go. 3-on-3. Nathan Gerby at the line, leaves it for Jordan, who overskated. Brought out here by David Booth. It ricochets around. That's a hand pass, and they bring it to a halt. 6:06 left to go in this third period. Vancouver with a one-goal lead here at Rogers Arena.
Still a one-goal game in British Columbia. Barb Edelbaum, a skating coach of 30 years from Vancouver area, has worked with Manny Malhotra for several years. He met with her briefly yesterday, as you can see in this video, after the Canes practiced at Rogers Arena. Malhotra trained extensively with Barb this summer and gives her a lot of credit for elevating his game and earning a contract with the Canes and the opportunity to continue his career in the NHL. And Trip, I know you have more on Barb Edelbaum.
Well, I just know that John Tortorella has actually given David Booth permission to work with her in the last several weeks, and talked to David before the game. He said she's really helped. And this has been, I think, Barb, if she's in attendance, a really good skating third period. The Hurricanes, again, I know they haven't solved lack, but they have brought their best here in this final period like they did against the Sharks.
They have 9 shots as opposed to 5 taken by Vancouver. Jordan Stahl in his line out now. It's Elias Lindholm and Nathan Gerby. Henrik Sedin on the draw for Vancouver. Gerby taken down. The Canucks buzz back out. You're looking at Jannik Hansen over the line, cutting his shot, nullified by Ron Hainsey. Now a stick battle. Daniel goes deep for Henrik. The referee has to get out of the way. He does. Top of your screen, Jannik Hansen, met there by Nathan Gerby. Gerby again hard along the boards for Carolina. Murphy there too. Now Daniel. Henrik tries to get away from Jordan Stahl. Leaves it for Daniel. He'll center one off the paddle of Peters. Carolina survives. Here they come. Ryan Murphy turns away from Daniel Sedin. Through the center ice zone. Now Murphy carries. Carolina's changing. Murphy moves it by Bieksa. The Canucks are on it. It goes by Chris Higgins. This will be icing as Sekera gets to the dot. Let's take a look at the Hurricanes' teeth-rattling check of the game presented by Dr. Tom Long, team dentist for the Carolina Hurricanes.
I would expect John Tortorella to call his timeout here. Manny Malhotra against his former team. Boy, the boys would love to get one. I think Tortorella is going to use as much time as possible, then call it. He is on the top of the bench. I mean, adamant.
Oh, yeah.
He wants that timeout.
Oh, yeah. He usually gets his way on most occasions.
Well, when I used to do games between the benches in Raleigh, when he was coaching in both Tampa and the Rangers, he wears sneakers. At least he always did. So that would help him get up on top of the bench, because I don't think he wears dress. Well, it's a dress shoe with a real soft sole.
Yeah.
It's like a sneaker for situations like this, so he doesn't slip when he's getting up on top.
Assisted by Mike Sullivan, long-time assistant coach to John Tortorella with the Rangers and elsewhere. You see the most wins of any American-born National Hockey League coach. Glenn Gulletson, who coached last year with the Dallas Stars, is the other assistant in back of that Vancouver bench.
Big face-off here. Eric Stahl is going to, if he can just get the top of his stick, the leverage away from the referee, he's going to use his backhand on the side he used to use the forehand.
False start. See what they do here. Ryan Kessler and Eric Stahl. Eric along with Jeff Skinner and Tuomo Ruutu. Falk and Sekera are back for Kirk Muller. Before Nelson, the linesman veteran, will get this situated, the visiting team has to go down first. And another false start. We'll do it again.
And you can see why players typically have to use their forehand on this side, is because the top of their stick, they can't create the leverage because it's right into the midsection of the guy dropping the puck.
Off the draw. Possession, Vancouver. Higgins back out. Sekera winds it ahead and back of Eddie Lack. Ryan Kessler, give back. Ryan Stanton by Eric Stahl, knocked down by Falk, but carried out of the zone by Santorelli, and now Ryan Kessler cutting. Shooting one, good stick by Falk, it goes wide. Justin Falk gets to it. 4:44 left in this third period. Puck is dumped in the screen. We get a break in play. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in regulation time. We're going down the stretch in Vancouver. The Canucks with a 1-0 lead. Late stages here in Vancouver. Trip, let's take a look at tonight's Storm Tracker and see how it's played out.
Well, the only period without penalties, 5-on-5 hockey, has been the third, and it's been Carolina's best. That's why it was a key against the hot Canuck power play. Back of both nets, slight edge to the Canucks on that one. Another strong third period. Carolina doesn't have anything to show for it, but I would say they have delivered it.
Shots are 9-6 Carolina in this third period. 27-25 Hurricanes in the game. Chris Tanev scoring at 3:35 of period one. That's the only goal. Jason Garrison is back first, icing here against Carolina.
And Kirk Muller, I would bet if the game was tied or if he was leading, would call his timeout right here. But you're just back from a commercial break. You got Manny Malhotra to take the draw. You're going to need this timeout if you're trying to tie it with a minute or so to play, so you don't use it here.
Malhotra, Richardson, won by Malhotra. Played here by Ryan Murphy. On the wing, Patrick Dwyer. Sealed off by Brad Richardson. He'll dump it in. Justin Peters out to play it. Leave it there for Ron Hainsey. Head manning the puck off the stick of Yuri Tlusty. Bieksa. Little chip by Richardson. Hainsey and Malhotra coming back for Carolina. Now reverse Murphy. And riding the ship is Malhotra, and they'll start again. Hainsey for Murphy. Ryan Murphy out to center ice. On the wall now they cross. Tlusty rolls it deep. Bieksa for Kessler. Hard on the puck and back out. 3:55 left in this third period.
Boy, Bieksa is the proverbial defenseman who's strong on that stick. I mean, when he has that puck, I mean, it's just very difficult to strip him of it.
Now Eric Stahl moving ahead. And Ham Hughes back to the point. Justin Falk, and pinballs in on Lack, who stands his ground. Ruutu off a stick. Played by Sekera. Inside for Ruutu by him. Tuomo Ruutu goes to work. To the outside, but a pass that does not connect with Andrej Sekera all the way down to Justin Peters. Now Skinner on a change will get it deep. Tuomo Ruutu. Inside on Chris Tanev. Eric Stahl looking for Skinner, broken up. Good back checking by Hansen and Daniel. And out they go. Yannick Hansen. Moving it by Ron Hainsey. Falk getting to it. Pummeled a bit by Hansen. Hainsey tries to move it. Now Tuomo Ruutu. Laying it back for Jordan Stahl. We'll turn away from Henrik. Now from Hansen. Here's Falk. Through the center zone. He'll peel it all the way back for Ron Hainsey. Through the middle. A chip by Nathan Gerbe. They get it deep. Controlled by Eddie Lack. Bieksa on the wall. Zach Cassian all the way back in the Kane zone.
Boy, puck handling too. Both goaltenders pretty darn impressive tonight. The Hurricanes show you when they just get pucks to the net, you get a bounce, and one of these times they will get that bounce.
Bieksa around the boards. Moved deep by Harrison. This way, David Booth. Murphy is on him. Ryan Murphy off a body off David Booth. Here's Gerbe. He was thwarted by Brad Richardson, and again the Canucks get it out. Ryan Murphy. Headmans for Jordan Stahl. 2:15 in the clock. Jordan over the line goes wide. Guarded by Tanev to the outside. He has Lindholm this way, who has it. His shot goes wide. Knocked out of midair by Andrej Sekera. His wrister off a body out in front. Jordan for Falk. His shot turned out by Eddie Lack. 1:57 left in regulation time. Andrej Sekera checked by Mike Santorelli. The Canucks can't clear. Kicked ahead by Gerbe. Now Santorelli angles off the boards and gets it out.
Lack told me this morning he saw Lindholm's high goal on Robin Leonard. You can almost see there that he was leaning towards that high portion.
Here comes Tuomo Ruutu, checked by Dan Hamhuis. Both boys go down. The X in back of the goal. Peters is halfway out. Now he goes to the bench. 6 skaters out. Sekera winds it off a stick. It goes high. Out of the corner, it's Ruutu to the point. Justin Falk going wide. Sekera in the slot, in the skates of Eric Stahl, broken up. Higgins ahead it goes. Jannik Hansen, bullseye.
Well, it just seems like the Canucks playing very, very well defensively right now. They feast on when you try to just get too fancy and make what is a low percentage play, because Sedin's on the defensive side of the puck. See, when the Carolina created their best chances here in this third period, they just, without any pause, worried about just getting into that crease area. And they had a bunch of chances to tie it. When you go for that low percentage play, unfortunately, a lot of times it blows up in the wrong face.
1:14 on the clock. See if they can get Peters out again. It comes all the way back. Justin Peters now will leave it for Ryan Murphy. 2-0 Vancouver. Empty net goal. Jannik Hansen out to center ice. Riley Nash. For the line, they cross. Nash goes deep. Around the boards, Murphy over skates. Ryan Kesler is away. He'll walk in for a chance. Thwarted by Hainsey. Play will continue. Around the boards it goes. Chris Higgins gets the assist. The only assist on the empty net goal by Jannik Hansen.
Heck of a job by Hainsey not giving up on this game. I'll tell you what. Hurricanes, first game out west. They've been snake bitten. Lack's been really good. There's a lot of positive things to extract from this one, even without the result.
The Vancouver Canucks, an attempt by them to win 5 in a row. They played last night against Colorado here, won the game, and look to extend their streak. This will end a 3-game winning streak for Carolina, who plays in Edmonton tomorrow night. Wedged out by David Booth. It comes all the way back. Malhotra gets to it for Carolina. Cross for Tim Gleason. 3 seconds on the clock. And the Vancouver Canucks have won both games against Carolina this season, and both have been won by Eddie Lack, who has his first career shutout in the National Hockey League.
Boy, I think this one would fall into the category of a well-played game. You know, the biggest difference in the 2 games between these 2 teams was Vancouver's ability to block shots and prevent, other than on just really a handful of occasions, the Hurricanes to really get pucks from up high to the front of the net. And I thought the Hurricanes actually did as good of a job as they did in the 6 periods of it here in this third period. So that'll be something to take with them towards Edmonton, that even though they weren't able to score, they played another good third period, you know, and they generated some real opportunities when it's so tough to come back in this league. That Eddie Lack is a good one. Peters, hey, all you could ask, he gave him a chance again.
Both goaltenders did their thing. Vancouver had the fine line on their side tonight as they were able to grind through this game, as they like to do under John Tortorella. For the Hurricanes, they will build and go hard at the Edmonton Oilers tomorrow night. Final count here in Vancouver. The Vancouver Canucks 2 and the Carolina Hurricanes no score. Hurricanes Live comes your way next. We'll have full post-game coverage here from Rogers Arena as we recap this game, won tonight by the Vancouver Canucks, who win both games in the season series. Hurricanes Live comes your way next right here on Fox Sports Carolina.